to the Devil Walks Among Us podcast. Join Michael and Eric as they discuss scary movies. What's your favorite scary movie?
Welcome, everyone, to a very exciting episode of the Devil Walks Among Us podcast. As always, with me is
Eric, and that's me, of course. Gosh.
And I am Michael, and today we got a very exciting guest. He's from the scariest clown in town, and we're going to let him introduce himself.
Hey everybody, David Howard Thornton here. You might know me as Art the Clown from the movie Terrifier and the upcoming Terrifier 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we are excited. Now, how does it actually feel being like a new age horror icon? Like you are now like a new horror, like they're making toys of you, they're making masks of you. How does that feel?
It's crazy. It still doesn't feel real to me yet. I forget that I'm still like myself. So I'm like, what? This all is going on around me. I'm like, okay, cool. It's kind of exciting though. It's like, especially the action figures. I mean, that's something I always wanted one day. It was like, that was a goal of mine to actually have an action figure of a character I've played. So, you know, my little inner kid is very excited right now.
Yeah, because I actually seen Trick or Treat Studios is putting it out, and I was just like, I got to pick one of those up, especially, you know, getting to talk to you, which is amazing. But what people don't actually know is you are not the original Art the Clown. There was actually someone that played Art the Clown before you. So how did you actually get the character?
Yeah, the original Art the Clown is Mike Gianelli, who played him in All Hallows Eve, and Mike was not really a professional actor. He was just one of Damien's best friends from like childhood, and so you know, that's why he did Terrifier, like, you know, not Terrifier, but the original short Terrifier, which is in All Hallows Eve, because that's what, yeah, All Hallows Eve is a compilation of all these different shorts that Damien made. And so yeah, he just didn't want to come back for Terrifier, the full-length movie. I think he wanted to just move on with other things in his life. And I think he just didn't want to go through all that makeup process again, which I can understand, especially if you're not used to makeup. And I grew up in the theater doing a lot of children's theater where I played a lot of crazy characters. So they would do all kinds of crazy makeup on me. So I'm used to it. So it worked out well for me. It's they were really needing a new guy to play Art, and they put a casting notice up looking for a tall, skinny guy that had physical comedy experience or clowning experience. And I knew the character because I had seen All Hallows Eve, so I was like, oh my God, yeah, I'm perfect for this. Please, please, please. So I just asked my agents to submit me, and the rest was history.
Yeah, like you said, it worked out for you in the end.
Yeah, no complaints.
You are Art the Clown.
Yeah, oddly enough, that was my very first like real film role to do. I had done some extra work in a few films and TV series, but nothing substantial. So this is, you know, I thought I was just doing this to get my foot in the door, but I didn't realize it was going to explode into all of this. So it's like, hey, I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah, it really blew up before. I know it really blew up, at least from what I saw, like when it hit Netflix. Yeah. And I kind of wish I hadn't seen like some of the, not memes, but just certain things, like, you know, of course, the girl getting sawed in half.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I hadn't known about that beforehand, but it was still effective even after, you know, after knowing about it.
Because, I mean, you might see a picture of that and you still don't know what you're really in for until you actually see the scene. Because, you know, so many films don't even show half of what we showed in that scene.
Yeah, they cut away and stuff like that, but Terrifier didn't.
Oh no,
gotta commend it for that.
Oh yeah, that's something we really wanted to do, is we wanted to get back to basics with, you know, what, you know, horror fans loved about those horror films that came out in the 70s and 80s that had that really fun gore factor to it. Especially the B movies that came out during that time, they didn't care. It's like the only other people that kind of do that kind of stuff are like the trauma films, where they do the over the top gore and stuff like that. So yeah, but we wanted to bring it more back to like what, you know, we grew up on watching, but even take it to another level. We had to, you know, keep evolving the genre in that way, and that's what we did. We're like, hey, you know, even back in the 80s, they didn't show full on gore like what we were doing. This, like, might as well.
Yeah, the MPAA got to them and butchered them.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. We didn't have the MPAA.
Yeah, they had a really bad hard on for the Friday 13th.
Oh yeah.
You're like horror stories about that.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's like I'm like, leave it up to the audience to decide what they can handle and what not. It's like that's how I look at it. It's like all those especially the restrictions they put on for like children is like it's different. People can handle things at different ages. It's like I know like Damien was watching horror films when he was 4 years old. And that's what started his love for the genre, and it didn't really affect him in a negative way. He's a totally normal guy, despite what people might think because of what he writes. But it's different. People can handle different things, so it's like leave it up to like the parents to decide what or what not what their children can watch, or that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
So earlier you said it's quite a process putting the makeup on. About how long does it usually take?
Oh, originally it took about 3 to 4 hours, and that's because a lot of that was painting. Because originally Damien just put the mask on, and then he would paint all the white, and then we had to let all that white dry, and then he put all the black on there to color, do all the details and stuff like that. But now he started to pre-paint it white before I even get to set. So that takes about an hour off the time. So now it takes about 2 hours, sometimes a little bit more, depending on how much battle damage I have, especially a lot of blood that we have to do with like syncing up like all the continuity from like previous days and stuff like that. That's always the biggest pain, because we have to just take tons and tons and tons and tons of reference photos, just to sync up where each little drop of blood is on my face.
Yeah.
Boy. Now, what's the longest you actually been on set?
I think we had a day or two this with part 2 where we were on set for almost a whole entire day. Like we were there for maybe 20 hours on set, and that was just exhausting. That was very, very, and then we had to be back the next day to film more. And so we had maybe a 3 or 4 hour turnaround, and then we had to be right back because it was just like we only had so much time we had in that location, so we had to make use of it. So it was very exhausting. I remember that day we were all very tired and very cranky.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and cold. It was very cold too in the location we were filming at. So that was not a fun few days there. But those are the things we tell ourselves that on set. We're just like, this is all going to be worth it in the long run. This will suffer now, but we'll reap the benefits one day. But right now we'll suffer. We'll just push through it. Just push through it. And we did.
Well, it sounds like it was actually, pretty intense with those. Like, but how would you say, compare it? Because the first movie is very intense, very, very intense. Yeah. So it's it's kind of hard, like that one, like he said, with one scene with the girl, like that's really hard to like go over the top on that. How's Terrifier 2 coming out compared to the intenseness of the first one?
We don't even. We can't even imagine.
We took that as a personal challenge to top what we did with the hacksaw scene. We're like, okay, did we set the bar too high for ourselves? We're like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just bat for the fences with this one. Why not? Because we didn't have a studio over us saying we couldn't do it. So like, let's just do it. Let's go crazy with this. And so, yeah, I say Damien went above and beyond with the practical effects in this movie. He's outdone himself. I mean, especially there's one kill scene where it originally was supposed to take 2 or 3 days with the original draft we have of the scene, but because of COVID, we had more time, and so we took that time to flesh out that scene more, and Damien had time to really make a lot more prosthetics for it. So that took about almost a week to film that scene. And it's insane. It's a very, very violent, mean scene. I think we're probably going to get some hate from some groups on this scene. Yeah, but I think horror fans will be very happy with it. It's especially gore fans are going to be very happy with it. But it's not a nice scene, to tell you the truth. It's It's pretty crazy, but the practical effects that are done in this are just outstanding. Just looking at it, I'm like, yeah, none of that was CG'd really, except for like maybe a little bit, but it was this one little area where it's just like, okay, yeah, you have to kind of CG that. But I mean, that's Damien's thing. It's like he want the only way he'll ever use any computer software, like any CG or anything like that, is if there's absolutely no way to do that practically. And I think that's a great way to go, especially with horror films. So like, the blood that we have and stuff like that, that's all real. Well, not real blood, but
Oh no.
No, but yeah, it's like, when somebody's getting splattered with blood, they're getting splattered with fake blood. So it's not that horrible CG blood that you see a lot in horror films now. It drives me nuts when I see blood splatters of just CG. Especially when someone gets stabbed and you see the CG pulling out on the chest or something. I'm like, man, no, that it just doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't.
Right, and I can just see it immediately. I'm like, yeah, that's not real. That's because they just don't want to, constantly change shirts and stuff like that, every time for each take. So I'm like, yeah, we do it.
So I guess you could say that's a work of art.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah, but I actually met you a couple years back at Spooky Empire in 2019.
Yeah.
It was cool because like you were creeping around as Art the Clown, and people were like, "Whoa, that guy looks like Art the Clown."
Yeah.
But then like they didn't see you like start walking and sit down the seat. They're like, "Oh my God, that was actually him." Now there's also somebody that's that goes to Spooky Empire as a vendor all the time there, and he's actually in your movie. I don't know his name, but he owns 13X Studios.
Yes,
he usually
Rick.
sells the masks and stuff. It's cool. I can't wait to see him in the movie as well.
Oh yeah. He's telling everybody he's in the movie. He's oh yeah, I'm selfie guy. Rick is like one of the biggest promoters you'll ever meet, man. The guy knows how to sell. He could sell, salt to a slug, I think. So he's great with that kind of stuff. So yeah, he's got fun little role in Terrifier too. He's very excited about, and he's actually seen some of the footage from the film, and he's really stoked too. So we actually showed him that kill scene to get his his take on it, and he's like, oh my God. Yeah.
Now, were you at the last Spooky Empire in October? I know some of the other Terrified people were there. Okay.
Yeah, I was there. It's like me, Damien.
I know the girls were there.
Yeah. Well, Samantha wasn't there, but Jenna and Catherine were there with us.
Yeah.
And we had fun. We had a lot of fun. It was good. That was a good convention. Robert Englund was there too.
Yeah, I was about to say that's why I didn't make it towards Terrifier, because everybody was over there at Robert Englund and that whole back area.
His line's huge, and he takes his time chatting with everybody too. Yeah. So just like my cousin actually got to meet him and stuff like that. And my cousin was like, "Oh, he was awesome." I didn't get to say hi to him at all the whole entire weekend because he was just so busy. And the one time I saw him was in the green room, and I'm like, he's trying to decompress right now. I'm not going to go over and bother him. Yeah. But it's so cool seeing how he is with everybody. I mean, this guy's been doing this stuff for 30 years, and you can tell he loves doing these conventions and interacting with the fans, which is great to see. But that was a fun convention.
Were you at the VIP party?
Yes. I was a little bit late to it though, but I was there. I went out to dinner with my cousin.
Yeah, he was there, and he announced, he like started it, and then he just walked out, and it's like, and I was like, he was like right in front of me, and I didn't realize that I was kind of following his voice, trying to have my video camera. Like, and I realized he's right there in front of me. I was like, oh shit, I better back up just in case I get back up or something. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I hated I missed that part. I was like, man, I came in about 30 or 40 minutes after it started, and I was like, man, they're like, you just missed Robert. I'm like, son of a.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I that was my first one that I've been to. It was really fun.
Oh, they're great. Especially the Spooky Empire. Those are great conventions.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we see you back there again, because I missed the last one, and I really wanted to have you sign some stuff. So I gotta I got to see you at the next one for
Oh,
sure.
I'll definitely be coming back. You know, anytime they want me, I'm there. I am there. I even went there a day or so early and went to Universal Studios, to the parks. I hadn't been there since like 1993, so I had a lot of fun. Hit both parks, so it's like that was a good day. Probably went on the best roller coaster of my life. You know, the Velocicoaster. I highly recommend anybody going on that one.
Yeah, one day I'll be
I
able
haven't
to
been
go.
on that one yet.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's just wow. And I've been on tons of roller coasters. That one was just amazing, and it's so smooth too. It's a good. It's not jerking you around and stuff like that. Because I was getting a headache on like the Hulk and the Rock and Roller Coaster, whatever it's called. I was like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that
the
one,
Rock and Roller Coaster was a little intense.
yeah,
With the head.
yeah. I was definitely. I was like, oh.
So when you're in public, do people ever like come up to you and like know who you are, like outside of the makeup and stuff? Like, did you have that experience, bro?
Yeah. So at conventions it happens more, but like in general public, it's very rare because most people don't know what I actually look like. And I live in New York City, and I'm usually bundled up and stuff like that, especially now since it's cold, so people really don't know who I am. But it was funny. Like 2 weeks ago, I was at my dentist, and or was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. I was at the dentist, and they had a new hygienist training while I was there, and I'm getting up to leave, and she's like, "I just want to tell you I love your movie." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I've been sitting here the whole time. I can't wait for the." I'm like, "How did you know it was me?" It's like, "Oh, I just recognized your name when I saw your." I'm like, I was like, "Wow, you're a true fan then."
Yeah, I work at a hotel, and there's been a few celebrities that pop up there, and then they're like horror celebrities, and the people that work there, they just think they're other guests or just any other guest. I'm like, that's Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You would know that because I went to work on Halloween. That whole weekend, I was dressed up like Michael Myers.
Oh yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, of course you would know that. Don't
Wait,
go
were you
bugging.
the one that were you the one that was standing up on the balcony on the second level, just staring at people for a while?
No, but that dude was really cool. He had like the soundtrack playing.
Yeah.
Of Halloween 2, and I got a few pictures of him with my kids because they were with me, and my two youngest kids, they legit thought he was so good. They legit thought that he was really Michael Myers. Like, no, he's just a guy, and he didn't break character, but he was cool to him.
I tried to get him to break character, even his art, and it was like because when I was in my costume and everything, his art, I tried getting him to break character. He was just boom, just dedicated to it. It was just so cool when we were walking out at one point, and I just see him on that little balcony area, and he's just standing there, just looking down at people, and that was very unnerving. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he was really cool. I found him on Instagram, and I'm following him. He's pretty cool. He's got, I think he makes the Halloween masks.
Oh,
and he's got like
really
different
cool.
masks from like each movie that he fixes up. He buys them and then fixes them up to make them look authentic to the movies.
That's really cool.
I'm pretty sure that's him. Yeah, he's really cool.
That's something I love to see at the conventions, is just the cosplayers. It's just like the amount of work that people put into their costumes. It's sometimes just amazing.
Did you see Sex Machine from Dusk Till Dawn? That was dedication right there.
Yeah. I was at one in Indianapolis last year, and this guy was dressed as Judge Doom, and he and he was pushing around a vat of dip in one of the containers, and he had a Roger Rabbit doll with him, and it was such a good Judge Doom. I mean, he looked almost like Christopher Lloyd's Judge Doom. I was like, that was, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. So I was just like, I had to go up to him. I was like, I love this. This makes me so happy.
Yeah, actually, I got to meet Christopher Lloyd at Spooky Empire. So.
Yes. Oh my God, I have a great story about that too. Because when I was getting my makeup done for the photo op, my manager Bob, I was doing it in the green room, and my manager comes in. He's like, "Hey guys, got someone that wants to meet you." And we're like, oh yeah, come on in. And I just, because I had my eyes closed because Damon was doing my makeup on my eyes, and I just hear this, oh wow, and just boom, eyes open. It's just Christopher Lloyd just standing there right next to me with the biggest smile on his face, and that's fantastic. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. It was just like, that man has brought so much joy to my life. He's in so many of my favorite movies of all time, and so just be able to make him smile like that, just, that was great. That was just a great moment. And I got to chat with him for a while and everything, and he was just the sweetest guy, very, very quiet, very laid back guy. And I was like, this is amazing. I never thought in my life I would be able to meet Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, that is.
He was a very nice guy, and I just felt like, you know, it's just so surreal being next to him, you know, growing up watching like the Addams Family and stuff like that, and just seeing him in person, like directly in front of you, and be like, wow, like you are right there.
Yeah.
But I have to say something about you, Mister, when you were Art the Clown. Like, I watched you for about a good 30 minutes, and you did not break character. You did not say a single word. You just kept honking at people. It was amazing. Like,
thank you.
do you ever go to conventions and see somebody that looks like you, and you're like, God damn, like you look exactly like me? Like, wow.
Oh yeah, there are some really good cosplayers out there that I've met. Like there's this one guy that's on he does a lot of stuff on Instagram and TikTok, the Mind of Mr. J. And I met him out in California last year when I was doing a signing out there, and he was at every single day dressed as Art with, and he was doing a lot of, you know, photo ops with people and stuff like that. And but he does a lot of stuff online too, where he just goes on Omegle and messes with people dressed as Art, and he's so good at it. I love watching him. It's so cool. I love it.
On Halloween, do you ever just like decide to dress up as Art the Clown, or just, you know, randomly just do it just to mess with people or anything?
Not yet. I might do it one day though. It's just like, you know, this past Halloween we were at a convention, so I didn't really have a chance to do that. I mean, we had done the photo op earlier that day, so I I was like, no, I had already done it, because it takes so long to get into makeup and everything like that. I mean, if I ever do it, I might do it in just like the Trick or Treat Studios costume or something like that with the mask on. I think that would be even funnier, because they'll just think I'm just another guy dressed as Art when it's actually me underneath.
So like, even with that, like, you know, just people coming up to you, like, you know, earlier we were talking about the figures, but how's it feel when people are dressed up as you? Like, is it like, wow, like somebody took their time out to like actually do this? Like,
oh yeah, it's especially when I see people that do their own twists on it. I've seen some ginger bent arts, and I had a drag queen that she brought her own, she made her own costume, and it looked like something you would see on RuPaul's Drag Race, but it was Art the Clown. I was like, that was really cool, very creative. And I was like, I have to get my picture made with you, because this is really cool. And I like seeing that kind of creativity, that, you know, it's like, because it's cool just to see, you know, like a complete real representation of art, but see people also that actually like go, okay, let's take this to a different level and do something fun and new with it. I love to see that as well.
yeah, that, and because I actually it's funny you say that, because I don't know, have you ever seen the Art and Scooby-Doo crossover where like your song Daphne? That's a really good one. I have that as
I love that one. I actually have that at my table. I sign some of those, because I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. So I, like, as soon as I saw the artist, his name's Steve McGinnis. When I saw him, I contacted him. I was like, dude, can I please have a copy of this so I can have this for my signings at tables? I would love to. He's like, yeah, sure. It's like, do I owe you anything? Like, no. It's cool. You're just getting my name out there. Well, and it happened because of that. Steve now does our illustrations for our graphic novel of Terrifier that we've been releasing. So it's the same artist.
oh,
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's up in Canada. He's a very talented guy. I keep on telling him he needs to eventually, once this whole pandemic's over, he needs to get down here to the States and start doing conventions because he has amazing artwork. He does a lot of pop culture artwork, and it's just fantastic. He's got a great skill there.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of his a lot of stuff like the Scooby Doo stuff, and I've been seeing it for years. It's really good.
Yeah, it's probably his work that you've seen. It's just he's always sending me new drawings, and not nude, new. I know that almost sound like nude drawings. Like, oh
Nude.
no,
He really likes you.
oh no, oh no. Oh boy, if he sees this, he's gonna laugh. He'll probably send me a nude drawing of something, just like ha ha.
It'll be a nude. It'll be like the Titanic picture, but like Art's face.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it'd be Art tucked back like Buffalo Bob.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Bill. I always get the Joe Dirt one confused.
Yeah.
I'm trying to search it up. Now, I know you're currently working on the movie still. Do you guys have like a plan to release it? Like, are you wanting to release it this year, next year?
Oh yeah, we definitely want to release it this year. That's a thing, because we wanted to originally release it back in 2020, but then the pandemic happened and slowed everything down. And then we wanted to release it last year, but it just took longer than we thought to edit it, because it's just Damien editing the whole entire thing. And it's a beast of a film. It's over 2 hours long. So that's huge. It's almost twice as long as the first film, which is insane. But it's a big film. And so Damien's just finished up, I think, the final edits recently, and we're going to start shopping around to distribution soon. So I think in the next few weeks. So hopefully someone picks us up, and then we'll have a date soon for you guys. It's just like it just depends when whatever we get for distribution. That's what dictates the release date and everything. But our goal is to get it out at latest, worst case scenario, by Halloween.
Yeah. I know they're either releasing the soundtrack soon or they got it pre-order already. And I don't want to get it just yet, because I'm one of those people. I'll listen to it and then I'll figure out the movie. My brain works that way, and then I may figure out, not say anything bad, but something better in my head, or I'll get so excited for what's in my head.
Yeah.
And then I don't.
Oh, I totally understand that. I used to do that, oddly enough, with like Disney movies back in the day, and I would sometimes get the soundtrack before the movie came out, and then I'm like, oh, now I know so much about the movie. And I was like, man.
Yeah.
I remember especially like Lion King. I knew about Mufasa dying, and I was like,
Well, I think they showed that. I know a lot of people, they talk about how that was like a moment in their childhood that like made them like sad or whatever. I'm pretty sure they showed it or strongly hinted at it in the trailer.
Yeah.
The trailer was on Aladdin, Homeward Bound, a bunch of Disney movies I watched when I was
definitely,
a kid. So it's like, I kind of knew. So it didn't have an effect on me.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't sad, but still, it's like,
yeah.
Now, when you play Art, did you have any inspirations for the character going into him? Like, because I know he doesn't speak. So, like, what made you, like, was that already planned for him not to speak or make like any sound effects even when he gets hurt, or was that completely like improvised?
Oh yeah, that was all pre-planned. Art's supposed to be completely silent, which I love. You don't even hear him breathe, which is really cool. Because at least when Jason and Mike Myers, you hear them grunt and you hear them breathe from time to time. With Art, you get no sounds, and I think that's even more disturbing. Like when he's getting stabbed in the foot and he's screaming out in pain, and there's no sound coming out. I think that's just really, really creepy. And I love that we've kept that like that, and we never intend for him to speak. I think that would just be no.
Well, I looked at it as he's a mime, isn't he? So.
No, he's not a mime. I always have to correct people on that, because he's a silent clown, and the difference between silent clowns and mimes are silent clowns use props and mimes don't. Mimes pantomime everything. So yeah, but a good example of a silent clown is like Emmett Kelly Jr.'s clown, or like Harpo Marx, even though he didn't have makeup on, that was like a silent clown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Oh yeah, but yeah, speaking of inspirations though, yeah, I had tons of inspirations. So of course, Harpo Marx was a great inspiration right there. And Kelly Jones, a lot of those guys. I grew up watching a lot of the old silent comedies and great physical comedians from back then, like Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, even like Jim Carrey and Rowan Atkinson. Mr. Bean was a big influence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Doug Jones, huge influence. So I took that, and I love villains. I've always loved villains, and so I put a lot of Joker and Freddy and all these other great horror villains, because I kind of look at art as like a amalgamation of all of those horror icons that came before him. There's a little bit of Freddy and Chucky and Mike Myers and Jason and Pinhead and Leatherface and Jigsaw and all that. They're all in him, and then I just blended those villains with those great physical comedians, and that's art. He's basically the bastard child of Harpo Marx and Freddy Krueger.
Now, so it sounds like Harpo Marx is probably going to be your favorite clown, or do you have a favorite clown in general? Like whether
Joker.
It's
definitely the Joker. He's my favorite clown. He's one of my favorite villains of all time, if not my favorite villain of all time. So yeah. So I definitely got to put some Joker in art.
Which Joker? Are we talking comic or a movie portrayal?
Oh, definitely the comic version, or Mark Hamill version as well, the animated series version, or the Arkham series. But I love that. I think Mark Hamill is the perfect Joker. He understands that character better than anybody else has ever played him before.
Well, he is the Joker, and like Kevin Conroy's Batman, he is the Joker.
Even my Joker, I do a lot of Hamill in my Joker, because it's just kind of like, if Joker doesn't sound like that to me, then it's just like hearing Bugs Bunny without the Bronx accent. It doesn't seem right anymore. It's just like what Mark Hamill did. He really solidified that character in so many ways with that voice. He just brought and he's changed the voice too as he's gotten older. He's matured with him, which is really cool. Like you go back and you listen to like the old animated series episodes, he sounds a lot more normal than as he is in the Arkham games. He's a lot more guttural, and you can tell he's aged more with him.
Yeah.
So, did you like the Joaquin Phoenix version of the Joker?
I did, in a way. I mean, I enjoyed his performance, but that wasn't the Joker in that movie.
Thank you.
It's just like, yeah,
I agree 100%.
That's not the Joker at all. It's like Joker has a plan. If they did Joker right, he would have known that if he had gone onto that talk show and killed that host, that would have set a whole chain of events in motion. That would have been his plan. That was gonna do this, and that was going to actually kill Thomas Wayne. He would have known all of that. But he's like, oh, I'm just going to go with the flow and whatever happens. But as a film and what he did with the role, I really enjoyed. I thought he had a fantastic performance. But I don't feel that movie didn't even have to have any of the Batman elements to it. That movie would have stood on its own without being called Joker. It would have been just as good just being a movie about a man with mental illness, and I think it would have been equally as good. I felt like they had to slap the Batman name into it just to sell seats.
Yeah. See, I have a opinion about the Heath Ledger Joker that usually gets me a lot of heat. That I felt like he was a good character. I didn't feel like he was a good Joker. I felt like he played an amazing character, but I just didn't like. Well, I think Joker, like even Jack Nicholson, was just like very like and very outgoing, and this Joker was like, "Oh, my father was an alcoholic." I'm like, "I'm sorry. Do you want you want tissue?" Like I just don't see that being the Joker. Like, don't get me wrong, he was a very intense character, but I didn't get Joker from that.
That wasn't Joker of the comic books. Joker is very flamboyant. He's very big and grand. He's not very quiet and subtle and that's not him at all. He's known for his monologuing, he's just big. And that was my one beef with his performance in there too. I was just like, yeah, I loved his performance, but I'm like, but that's not Joker of the comic books.
Yeah, well,
But someone else thought the same thing.
I mean, that's pretty much the whole Nolan trilogy. They're great movies, all three of them, but they're not really good comic book movies. But.
Right. And that's the one thing that drives me crazy about the DC live action films for the most part, especially in the past 20 years or so. It's just like they don't stay true to the comics. They try to do something new and different with the characters, and I'm like, no, we want to actually see those characters brought to life. You don't have to change them, especially what they did with Jared Leto's Joker. What the fuck was that? I'm like, that was just like, this is just, as soon as I saw the first image of him, I'm like, no, you don't understand this character at all. It's just like, especially with all the tattoos on him and stuff like that. It's like, no, that's something Joker would never do, because this whole thing is like, if you have to explain the joke, there is no joke.
Yeah.
So having damaged on his head and all that kind of like, no. Like, you just don't get the character at all. And they didn't. It was like his whole thing of him like pining over Harley Quinn being in jail and stuff like that. He did sorrow. It just is sorrowful and all. They just, I'm like, no, Joker would never do that.
He didn't really give a shit about her.
No. She was always a means and ends for him. He was never into her in that way. She was into him, but it was a very abusive relationship. It's just like, they even did that in the comic books with the Death of the Family storyline, where he like locks her up into this room with all these other corpses of all these other Harley Quinns that had come before her. And he's like, what, you thought you were the only one? No, I never loved you. You were just a means to the end for me.
I never read that one. But it doesn't surprise me.
It's a great, they have the whole compilation of those you can buy, and it's just a great storyline. It really gets into the whole relationship between Batman and Joker. Why they are the same, a different side of the same coin in a lot of ways, how they need each other to survive. It's I have
great to check it out.
Oh yeah, it really helped me get into the mindset of the character too, because there's this great section in there where Batman's talking about his eyes. He's like, I've noticed something when he looks at me, his pupils dilate different when he looks at anybody else, and the only time anybody's pupils dilate that way is when someone's in love with someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, he doesn't have that look when he looks at anybody else. It's only when he looks at me as Batman that he has that look. And it's not like he's romantically in love with Batman. It's just he's just infatuated. It's like that he genuinely feels that that's who's supposed to complete his life. And I'm like, that's a great way to look at the character. He's obsessed.
I'm definitely reading that one now, because that sounds great.
It's a really good. It's this the one where he had cut off his face and reattached it?
Okay.
I've heard about. Of course, you hear about that. But
yeah. That's what. It's a great story. The storyline itself is fantastic. Really goes into the whole background of Joker more, his whole history with Batman and everything like that. And it's basically he kidnaps the Bat family because he feels like they are making Batman weak, and he does not want that. He wants Batman to be the way he used to be. And he's like, no, these people are making you weak, and I'm going to take them out and show you that you just need me. You don't need them, you need me. They make you weak, and I don't like that. You don't need them. Fuck them. It's great. It's a great story.
So out of all the Jokers, like, iterations, what was your favorite Joker?
Oh,
whether it be
definitely.
movie.
It's
Oh,
definitely
not
Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill, not the Mark Hamill
Okay.
one.
I
But
would say Romero then. Cesar Romero. I
Romero,
love,
okay.
yeah, because his was very true to the comic book, especially at that time. He had that right amount of viciousness but campiness to the character that's needed. I don't think he gets nearly as much credit as he deserves for it.
I think that's how it is with a lot of the 1960s characters. Like they look back on them like, oh, they're just silly, because they were silly, but
Oh yeah, well, it's definitely silly, but at the same time, they actually brought a lot of character to those characters too.
yeah.
And that was like the first time a lot of people had seen those characters brought to life as well.
Yeah. And also, I mean,
I don't know if it was a rumor or not. Oh,
no, go ahead. That's fine.
oh no, I just didn't know if it was a rumor or not. But I heard when they were doing when he was the Joker, that he refused to cut his mustache, so they painted over.
That is very true. That was his thing. Was his trademark was his mustache, and he refused to shave that off. So you didn't really notice it back in the day because of the quality picture, but now that with all the the HD 4K technology, if you go back and see those, you can definitely see that mustache there underneath the white makeup.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, Eric, you can speak now.
No, I didn't put my computer on do not disturb, so I just keep getting all this other crap popping up.
Oh, you gotta love that.
People won't leave me
Now,
alone.
we are coming towards the end of the episode, and we like to ask a thing on our podcast. What would you say is your favorite scary movie?
Oh boy. Showgirls. No, I'm kidding.
That I'm already terrified.
Yeah. I really enjoy like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre a lot. I think that's a really good one. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 is such a good one. So good. It's just the kills in that are just creative, and I think that really just brought that franchise to a new level. I really enjoy the original Scream a lot as well. I think that's especially. I recently rewatched it, and I'm like, God, it still holds up really well. But I think I appreciate it even more now, and I realize how smart that movie is.
Mhm.
It's just really well done, especially the casting, acting, everything is just great. Especially Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich in that they really make that film. And it's just like, and I noticed it is like when I saw Part 5 recently. It's like you don't have that same kind of interaction between the characters playing off of each other that way like you had in the original.
Yeah.
It was lacking.
Once the original character or Sydney and Gail show up, the new characters they just kind of disappear. And like there's 20, they're like, oh shit, there's 20 more minutes of this movie. We gotta kill half of them off, and then these two are the killers, and it's like.
But they didn't even really use Sydney or Gail either, and I was just like, why were they here? Just to sell seats, I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I felt like they were just totally underutilized in the film. It's like, oh man, come on.
And have little one-liners at the end. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and then apparently the hospital blankets healed them so well. I was like, shouldn't they be in an ambulance right now?
Yeah.
Oh no, we just throw a blanket on them. They're fine. They got stabbed and shot, but they're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, they
And then
went into some
we
old scar
Rob Zombie
tissue.
Halloween 2'd it.
Yeah. Well, that's a good.
I don't see my mother. I see my father.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I also recently watched for my first time Psycho 2, and I'm like, that's a really good movie. It really is. Wow, you really don't hear people talk about that movie nearly as much as they should. I mean, that was considering it's 20 years after the original, and it's they had a lot to live up to, and I'm like, that was a really good story. It kept me guessing a lot, and I was like, this is good. This is really good.
It's because you think Norman is the killer and he's going crazy, but he's not. I
No,
mean, by the end of it, he does, but
but he was driven to do that by everybody else. And it's just like, wow, this is a very smart film.
Yeah, it really was. It was Tom Holland, I think.
Yeah,
that did it.
yeah. And I realized the female in that was Meg Tilly, is Jennifer Tilly's sister, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yep.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. It was so good. It was so good. And like Anthony Perkins in that role is just so good. He's so likable but creepy at the same time.
Yeah, I can't really watch anybody else, maybe except for maybe Henry Thomas play Norman Bates, aside from Anthony Perkins, because like with Bates Motel, it was a great show. I will not take that away, but I did not like Freddie Highmore. I just didn't really like him as Norman. I think you could tell from the beginning that he was unhinged.
Yeah.
They didn't really build it up.
When did Henry Thomas play Norman?
Psycho 4. It was kind of like.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one yet.
It's like flashbacks. It's I think it may actually ignore 2 and 3.
Okay.
Because he gets out, he's got a family, he's got a wife, and his wife is pregnant, so he calls can't think of the actress's name, but he does like a radio talk show with this lady. He keeps calling her during the night and tells his origin. And you got Olivia Hussey playing his mother, and she does really good. And Henry Thomas was young Norman. And it like leads up to when he kills her.
It's funny how many characters like Henry Thomas has been playing recently, and even then he's like, right? I mean, he recently played Jack Torrance as well, and Dr. Sleep. I'm like, wow.
Little Elliot from E.T.
And met him down at Spooky Empire as well when I was there.
Yeah, he wasn't there last time. No.
But by 2019 he was there, and I was like, really nice guy.
I think I'm gonna try to go to Days of the Dead in a few weeks, and he's supposed to be there, so maybe I'll.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll get to meet him. I'm gonna try. I don't think I will be able to.
Yeah,
but I hope I will.
Yeah, he's a really nice dude.
Michael.
All right, Eric, do you have any more questions?
No, I don't really think so. I mean, okay, aside, I know Michael wanted to wrap it up, but everyone knows you as Art the Clown. Is there anything else that you've like done aside from Terrifier 1 and 2?
Yeah, I've recently been working for the past year on this other film with a lot of the Terrifier team called Stream. Not Scream, but Stream.
Stream.
Yeah. And it's like Michael Levy, who played the exterminator that I decapitated, is directing it. His brother, who is one of the cops, is in it as well. Damien's doing the practical effects for it. Nice. So, the kills are going to be gnarly in this. But it's kind of like an Expendables version of a slasher film. And so, like, the cast of this thing is amazing. It's like Jeffrey Combs, Dee Wallace, Danielle Harris, Melissa Rose, Dave Sheridan, Tim Reed, Terry Alexander, Tony Todd, just all these amazing people from horror films are in this. So it's like being on set has been like awesome.
So it's kind of like that movie Death House, which is kind of like that. It had like everybody in it.
Yeah, but I think this is probably a little bit better in that way.
I hope a lot better.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's great to see everybody in there, and Gunnar Hansen, the original Leatherface, I think wrote it, but it really wasn't that good of a movie. But it was great to see everybody in it. That was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, especially watching like Jeffrey Combs' work, because I love his work. He's such a great character actor. And so it's like, even if I wasn't in the scene with him, I was like, can I just come to set and watch him work? And they're like, oh yeah, sure.
Oh, that's how I would be.
Yeah. I was like, and he was fun to chat with as well. So like, we're talking about his some of his video game work because he was the voice of Brainiac in Injustice 2.
Yeah, he is. I think.
Yeah.
He's also he was on Batman the Animated Series, I think.
I think he probably at some point he was.
He was in one of those shows, Justice League.
Yeah.
That same era with those same guys.
Yeah. Well, I was playing the DC villains Lego game recently. I was on PlayStation, and he's the voice of Scarecrow on that. I'm like, I just recognize his voice and being like, oh my god, he's a perfect Scarecrow. Yes.
On speaking of Injustice and Scarecrow, Robert Englund is the voice of Scarecrow in Injustice.
He is, yeah.
And that was gnarly.
Oh yeah.
Like I called my kids and I was like, you hear that voice? I was like, yeah. Does he sound familiar? No. And I was like, oh. And I called my brother in there and it's like, who's that? It's like, it sounds like Freddy. It's like, yes.
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 It's like also, Tony Todd's going to be doing the voice of Venom in the new Spider-Man game. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. That is nuts.
Oh, his voice for Venom is fantastic too. He did it for me at one of the conventions. So I was like, oh, dude.
His voice is awesome regardless. So.
Yeah. It's like I can listen to him read the dictionary and I would be happy. I'm like
all right. Well, I think we're about to wrap up, or unless you got something, Michael.
Just two quick last questions for you.
Cool.
On that movie that you were just discussing, does it have a release date?
It's going to come out after Terrifier 2. So it's probably, I'm thinking late this year, early next year, hopefully. But I have no idea because we still have a little bit filming to do. They did an Indiegogo campaign because they decided to add a new kill scene into it. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we're going to be filming that probably in a few months. So that should be fun.
I'll definitely be on the lookout for that, as well as Terrifier 2, because I've been waiting for that for a while.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be well worth the wait, I guarantee you.
Like 2020 really pissed me off in terms of like my horror movies I was looking forward to.
Man, me too.
We're getting them finally.
Yeah. The thing is with us though, it's not like a lot of these other movies that they had their movie in the can before the pandemic even happened, like Morbius, which still has not come out yet. It's like no, we were filming during the pandemic. We finally finished filming last year. And it's just like, it just takes us longer because we don't have a huge studio behind us doing all the editing for us. It's just one man doing it. And so it takes a little longer. And he's very meticulous with this. He's a perfectionist. He knows exactly how he wants everything to look and sound and all that. And so, it's like, I trust him. And it's like, yes, sometimes you have to let a good meal cook for a while.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and my last question for you, and I promise I'll leave you alone for the night. I swear.
Okay.
The last thing, just for our viewers at home, do you have any upcoming events, conventions that you're going to be at? Maybe they can see you around.
Yeah, I got several conventions this whole entire year, but my latest ones I'm going to be at a Mad Monster Party next weekend in North Carolina. In Charlotte, and next month in March I'm going to be at Horror Hound. Nice. And I'm going to be at Astronomicon in April, and basically every month I'm doing a con somewhere. So I'll keep people posted on my Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that too.
Hopefully you'll come back to Spooky.
Oh, definitely. It might not be this year, but because I was just there last year, so they usually like to spread people out and stuff like that. But I'm maybe next year. I mean, I love any excuse to go back down to Orlando anyway. So.
Yeah, it was especially if it's at that hotel. It was nice. So.
Oh yeah, that was a nice hotel.
Yeah,
the elevators. The
elevators sucked, but.
Yeah, but I everything else is great. I didn't complain too much.
All right, you want to close this out, Michael?
I sure can. Well, thank you, good sir. Well, it's been great talking to you, David. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And we would love to have you again when Terrifier 2 actually drops. We would love to have you come on and discuss that if you would like.
Sure,
but it has been great. For the people that
you out over that scene.
Oh yeah.
How dare you do that?
We're gonna have a talk,
words.
Sir.
I know. Like in the principal's office, you were a very bad boy. I know.
Oh, don't call my mom.
She's gonna be so mad.
All right, but David, thank you so much for coming on. It's been great talking with you. And to the people at home and that are going to be in the areas to see him, go ahead and go see him. He's a very nice guy. I've met him once already, and when you see him in character, ain't no one else like it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great night.
Thank you. That was the chair,
Hey,
right?
Sure.
I'll give you a hint. It was supposed to just be a fart.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, man, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
you're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. I have to ask though, is Corleone your actual last name? I just want to know. That's amazing.
The reason I started laughing is like the last 3 or 4 guests have asked that. Like right when we end.
Yeah. Because I've been wondering that this whole entire time. Is this just because a lot of people just do fun names for themselves, especially on social media, and I was like, I gotta ask. You're so used to that question though.
Oh no, it's good. It like I tell them, it was my father's name, so he had to deal with it while the movie was out. And
wow, yeah. That's great. Oh my god, I can only imagine what that's like. With it's like, I mean, yeah, because like, yeah, there's no characters really named David Thornton or anything like that. There's another actor named David Thornton though. That's why I have to go by David Howard Thornton. He's actually Cindy.
We'll go ahead and put that in there too when we do it. It'll be David Howard Thornton.
That's cool.
Of course.
Yeah, he's actually Cindy Lauper's husband.
That might be why it sounds familiar.
Yeah. But he was like in Home Alone 3 and like Notebook, and he's been on like Law and Order and stuff like that.
He was one of the robbers in Home Alone 3.
Yeah, he's the one with the long hair.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. We said Notebook, or he said Notebook.
Notebook, he was the dad with the mustache in Notebook. Yeah. We're probably
actually
related.
Hold on. Guess what I just found?
Oh my god. That's it. Yep.
If you want, man, I have one. I can send one to you if you want. I have a few if you don't have one.
Oh, I think I still have mine somewhere. Yeah. That was a great one. Though.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was a great lineup.
Yeah. They don't even do them anymore. They don't do those anymore. So I think that was like probably the last times they did it.
Yeah. Yep. I have to tell you, like, the next day after I met Christopher Lloyd, I was in the green room getting lunch, and everybody else, everybody else is in that room getting lunch too. So we're all at the table, and I'm like sitting there, and like Henry Thomas and like, you know, all these people from the Addams Family movies are sitting there at the table. You know, Eddie Furlong's at the table. Like Christopher Lloyd's sitting right next to me, just reading a newspaper, and then like Christina Ricci accidentally knocked into me when she was sitting down, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I was like, "Oh my, hey, hey, because she was like my crush growing up. I was like, "Okay, be cool, man, be cool." I felt like such an imposter in that room.
All right. It's cool, dog.
Yeah. It's like, oh, no, you're so pretty.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to that one, but
it's a shame. But that was a great lineup of people. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. It's like my childhood all in that room at one point, and I was like, this is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I geek out just like everybody else. It's just like I just have to internalize it It's like Lance Hendrickson came over us when we were there last year, and he's like, "Hey, I love Terrifier. I just want to let you know." I'm like, "What?" It was like, I just couldn't believe that. I was like, Lance Hendrickson knows who I am. This is amazing.
I felt bad for him because he was over there in the corner. Like there was Robert Englund, and then there was him. I honestly forgot that he was there if I didn't see him like out and about like a few times. Which was,
he's a really cool guy, really nice guy.
Yeah. I said hey to him.
We actually did an interview with the owner of Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the cool things he told us is I don't know if you like NSYNC or anything, but Joey Fatone from NSYNC was walking around at that Spooky Empire.
He was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Wesley Snipes was there the first night.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Oh,
Wesley Snipes. I don't know if he was actually at the convention itself, but he was in the hotel.
Yeah, he was in the hotel.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
I heard that he was doing some kind of martial arts thing in the area. I don't know how true that was.
Who knows? But I was like, I didn't get to meet him, but that was, oh my God. I would have been like, you're Wesley Snipes.
Simon Phoenix.
Yep.
You're Blade too. You're Blade, but Simon Phoenix.
Yeah.
Can you say
Willie Mays Hayes?
Yes.
He's always Blade, okay?
Yeah. I have to say though, he was the best part of Coming to America too.
Yeah.
He was so much fun to watch. You could just tell he was having a blast. It's just like, wow, he's funny. He's actually funny.
Yeah, I think he started out really as not a comedian, but he did a lot of comedy.
Yeah, like
Major League.
Yeah, Major League, yeah.
And then he became an action guy.
Yeah.
And then he became Blade.
Yep. Crazy. That's why I love going to these conventions, getting able to see these people in real life and be like, oh wow, they're people.
Yeah, it's really surreal seeing some of them like just out and about in the hotel. I got in the elevator with Cheryl Flynn.
Oh yeah.
And it was just me and her in there, and you could tell she was tired, and I didn't like, oh my God, you're so, I just talked to her, and we were talking back and forth like she was a normal person.
Yeah,
it was nice. And when she got off, she's like, thank you for not, geeking out. I was like, yeah, I mean, I love Twin Peaks when I was a kid.
Yeah,
she was on an episode of Dawson's Creek, which I watched when I was a kid, and she was a few other things. And I was like, yeah, I mean, have a good night and stuff like that.
That's awesome. See, those are the better interactions to have too. It's just like casual conversation.
Yeah, I mean, the only celebrity I've really like geeked out over, and that was, I think, probably he was the second one, and that was Robert Englund. But that was just because Freddy, New Nightmare, Wes Craven's New Nightmare is what got me into horror, liking it. So that was just surreal.
Yeah. Well, Robert's such a personal guy too. So it's just like I briefly talked to him at my very, very, very first convention, so I was really shy then. But everybody says, "Oh yeah, he's so easy to talk to. He'll just talk your ear off."
Oh yeah,
stories.
Yeah. And he loves to just like he'll pull stuff like out, like you talk about something, and that's like something Clouseau said, and it's like, okay. He'll say somebody.
Like, you just sit there just grinning. You're like, yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
This is so cool.
Well, hold on. Let's not even dummy this down right now. Let's talk about you, dude. You know how fucking surreal it was earlier when I was watching Terrifier and your I go bing and you message me. I'm like, dude, this is fucking nuts, dude. Like, fucking Art the Clown is like literally fucking messaging me right now. This is the craziest fucking moment of my life, dude. Like, holy shit. Like, I try not to freak out. And I noticed like my voice got a high pitch when we were talking about it. I was like, bro, it's fucking nuts talking to you, dude. Like, it is awesome.
I am just like everybody else. I'm a big geek too. So I understand. I'm kind of glad I have Damien usually with me at these conventions, because I'm very shy about talking to some of these celebrities unless it's like in a more natural setting. So it's like Damien's really good with leading in questions and icebreakers and stuff like that. So it's like I let Damien just lead the way, and I'm like, hey, how are you doing?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you play art, and art's quiet. So
Yeah.
if you were like really energetic, like Robert Englund, it would maybe take away some of the mystique.
Yeah.
Art, kind of, I guess.
Yeah.
So it works out.
It all works out. I don't complain. Yep.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna let you go. I think we've held
right.
you up long enough, and we
Yeah.
definitely appreciate you coming on. Like Michael said,
No
it's very
problem.
surreal. But you have a good night. Unless you got anything else you want to say, Mike?
Oh no, man, that's it. I'm about to literally go watch Terrifier right now because I'm fucking mind blown right now. Like I'm mind blown right now, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, thanks for having me on here and everything, and I hope to see you guys both at Spooky Empire sometime soon.
Oh, I plan to
yeah.
be there every one. I had too
Woo!
much fun last time.
Oh yeah, you just got to. You got to. These are always fun, especially the after parties.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we can't wait to have you on again for the second Terrifier 2, where you can
Oh
actually
yeah.
talk about it.
Oh, there's gonna be so much to talk about too. Oh my god. There's gonna be so much to talk about.
All right. Well, you have a good night, David.
Yes, you guys too. Take care. Have a great weekend. All right.
All right, you too.
You too.
All right.
Have a
Bye,
good
guys.
one. See you, Eric.